Hello, we are live.
Hello.
Wow. I'm darker than usual because I switched my webcam, which anyone who was on my stream last Thursday know it basically died. Um, so I'm using a camera now, and I have a light, but it is not strong enough. So I need to figure out my light problem in my limited setup. So for the time being, I'm gonna be a little bit of dark, but I got that this bright orange wind guard on my mic now.
So it
So
balances out.
yeah, it balances out, makes it all
Yeah.
bright.
And we're going into what some might call some of the darker parts of Yugioh's history in this episode. Uh, Although we'll have to see for ourselves if it's all it's cracked up to be.
It's
But yeah, we're doing PePe. So uh,
PePe. A lot of people talk about formats that, or at least certain things in Yu-Gi-Oh's history that surely changed the game, and I've always been on the mindset that it's been a gradual change, not like one specific thing. But you could point at like certain things as like landmarks of things that change, and I feel like PePe was one of them.
yeah, I think one of the surprising things in going through Yu-Gi-Oh's history is just like seeing all the massive jumps in power level and then them scaling it back. Um, because like I also think that largely it's just a gradual change and stuff, but as you say, there's sort of like watershed moments in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, and this is definitely one of them. And when those watersheds come, it's just like, whoop, power level goes up. and
Yeah. For those who don't know specifically what PePe format is, it is a fairly early-ish pendulum format, like the second year and second slash third year in pendulum, depending on when you really want to count it. Um, and it takes place on the November 2015 format, but extends up to February 2016. The last set that was released for this format was Breakers of Shadow, which is kind of interesting because there was one format before Bosch, but after the list to make like a kind of interesting Cosmo format that was only like a one format thing, but neat to mention. PePe was just this horrendous, consistently powerful pendulum deck. And everyone was playing it. It was a really hard problem for people to beat. And eventually, Konami would. It wasn't called an emergency ban list, but it basically was. Come February, they made some changes, and we're going back in time to try it out.
oh yeah,
And
and
hopefully,
we'll see if
y'all,
those changes were needed.
yeah, hopefully, y'all along for the ride here. Switched over
And now,
to the dual cam now.
oh yeah, and to be clear, we don't draw for turn in this format, right? Just
Correct.
making sure.
Bachi.
Okay.
Yeah. Bachi. Correct. Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is Arc V era and Arc V, the Master, which I think was Master Rule 3. The big change was removal of the first turn draw as well as the field spell change. Now, there are also some other changes. I don't know if Dueling Book probably is not going to replicate replicate this. Um, in that there are so Plush Fire. Let's see what I'm trying to think of. See Pendulum Sorcerer. Pendulum Sorcerer. He only gets his effect off if he pops monsters. This does count with like pendulum monsters, like pendulum in the spell trap zone. That would get changed after February. Uh, Plush
That's very
Fire
good.
is not once per turn. I know we got eroded. Kind of recent last few years got eroded. And I think that's it for any of like the important like erratas regarding this deck. We are playing a mirror match, so we all have the same
Yep.
pieces. Um,
Yeah, we're playing the winning list from the event.
yeah, S or SJC's on my mind. YCS Atlanta, February 26th. Excuse you. Where's my call by the
No,
grave? Oh my god. That
I'm not letting you skull
you
Cravat.
you stopped like the literally perfect card to play.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not letting that go
Yeah.
through. There's no other better Valor target for
Yeah,
this.
so like PePe, a lot of this like I'll explain in my video April, I think it's planned to come out, so a bit from now. Um basically like the PePe deck or like the kind of like the pendulum pile for a while was just kind of slowly building pieces, and then all of a sudden it got like a bunch of really good support in like the Master Pendulum structure deck and Breakers of Shadow, and just everything just dropped all at once, and was like, hold on a second, everything ties together. This is craziness. It was kind of built off of previous Pendulum decks like Pendulum Pile and Clown Blade. What's up, G Lamb? I can't believe this was almost a decade ago. If anyone needs me, I'll be throwing up. Yeah, 1 year, 1 year later. Well, crap. Yeah, that kind of stops me. That kind of wrecked my
Okay.
that that destroyed my entire turn. Yeah, no. When I do a lot of research for these videos, I look back and it's like, oh, 8 years ago on YouTube, 9 years ago on YouTube. I'm like, oh my god. Especially now, like going to Arc V, which was like the era I kind of returned into Yu-Gi-Oh. Like when I first left the game, it's just been like really weird. Like, it was like right before PePe. So I
Yeah,
definitely
and I mean, you
remember.
got it at a good time.
Yeah, like I definitely remember like being on like Dueling Network at the time. Not even Dueling Book Network, and it was just like everything was PePe. It was like super oppressive. Clearly, a lot
He's
of people
kind of
complain
a
about it.
he's kind of a rough hand, not gonna lie. Um,
Yeah, like these are like common. Like these are not just like pick up and play decks. That's the other thing. They're not just. I
yeah,
mean,
can I check my deck real quick just to, see something?
sure, yeah.
Uh, okay, cool. I just want to know some of my targets for some of these things. I don't think that a play that I'm considering is worth it, but I do want to check just in case. And ooh, that's not bad actually. Wait a second. Did that make it worth it? I do that and then
Yeah, my new setup is kind of nice. I have this for talking to the chat while you do your thing. I
yeah,
have
yeah.
this like stand thing for my DSLR of a GH4. I have a nicer lens that would be much better like with darker environments, but it's a big lens and I feel like it would be too heavy, and I don't want to break that lens because it's very nice. So I'm using like my kit lens and like my old light, which is like a kind of small one, is like on top of that. And I got this new mic arm. It's a low profile. It like swivels around and stuff.
Mm.
I got this like shock mount for my mic, so I can. It doesn't make like a ton of noise when I like need to move it. Oh, it's so nice.
I have a bit of a bad line, but I don't hate it actually. So I'm just gonna do it because I think it's kind of neat. Uh, let's
Okay.
go normal sun mirror conductor. That is the summon okay?
Yeah. Your
Okay, I'm
conductor
gonna
is fine.
attempt to use the effect of mirror conductor on your skull rat joker. Response to that.
That should be fine.
Okay, I'm going to negate my own uh mirror conductor
Oh.
by pitching this damage juggler here. So I negate the activation and destroy it.
Inflict damage. Yeah, this deals 500.
Yeah.
Okay. The mirror conductor is face up in your extra deck.
Yep. I'm going to use damage juggler in grave. So I'm going to banish it and add a performage from my deck to my hand.
Okay.
So I'm going to add the performage
Oh
pluck
no.
fire here.
GLAM, you
So
quit right around Shadal Necroz NBA format, so I missed out on PePe. Oh, that's a shame. Also, why is my webcam or why is my camera like flashing? What is going
what is
on?
it?
This is new.
Uh, I've got to
Why is it
consider.
poo-pooing? I'm gonna turn off my camera real quick and turn it back on.
No worries. I got my camera here to keep the people, visually stimulated, I guess. Um,
What
and I
the
didn't
heck? What is
do the
going on? I'm gonna
monster.
turn it off and on.
Yeah, go for it.
Get up for a second.
It seems kind of funny, but I don't hate it actually.
Goodness. Okay, let me. That should be better. um. What was
Sorry,
that? Okay, I'm gonna.
I just gotta figure out. Can I check my deck again just to?
I
I'm.
guess.
I need to see if I have certain things.
Yeah, you quit right around Shadal, Necros, and BA format. Yeah, so that was like early 2015. I mean, that was a pretty good time. I mean, yeah, Necros was annoying, but they eventually fixed it. Like I would say if you kind of liked around that period, definitely try out Clown format. That's one I really like. That's right before PePe.
Wait, actually, I should scale this to the left and then.
Doesn't matter which scale.
It doesn't matter which, but for aesthetics, I should scale it to the right. That is. So I'm gonna scale these two.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to pendulum summon here, if that's okay.
On the activation of
yeah.
the last one.
Yep, Twin Twister's pretty good.
I suppose it. I feel like it doesn't matter. I'm gonna discard.
Ooh, Vector. Yep, that's fine. So these both go to the face-up extra deck. And,
Plush Fire does get its effect off.
Oh, it does. Wait.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize that did that. Okay,
yes.
actually.
That was. I think that was the thing I was forgetting about.
Okay. So I just saw to special summon this into defense.
So the ruling of Plush Fire at this point was that its effect basically happens like on resolution, and like on resolution, it's like a monster card.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then it doesn't change anything else I do. But yeah, I went for the greedy play and got a bit punished. I could have just gone for Mirror Conductor and attacked over Joker, but I was like, well, it's funnier if I just go all in on the combo. So
yeah,
that's what I went for.
We both got punished. It evens out.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could. See, it's annoying just because it can like.
It can't come back after it's destroyed this time, so.
Wait, how do you summon the Plush Fire again?
It was in the Pendulum Zone, and you Twin Twisted it. So it doesn't make sense to me that it would come back, but. So that
well, I mean, like, it gets its monster effect off.
Oh, okay, I get you. Wait, actually. Oh,
so it wouldn't summon.
I was reading the pendulum effect. Okay, wait. So that actually might change some things. So I can special summon a Perform Mage.
Yes, Plush Fire would stay in the extra deck, and you can get a.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna do something a little bit differently here.
I feel like that's how it, unless I'm mistaken.
No, I think that makes sense.
Because
it's just hand or deck. Okay, I think what I'll do.
Because I think that's how it worked. Only because I did a video on this recently, so I'm like.
Yeah.
Unless I'm gaslighting myself, I'm pretty like that was like a weird ruling thing for Plush Fire.
No, I think that makes sense. Yeah, so I don't have another Mirror Conductor, unfortunately. That would have been pretty good. But what I do have is
Lizard Draw.
Well, I could do. Well, Lizard Draw isn't a Performing. I need to do a Perform.
Oh, Perform Mage. Skull Acrobat. I mean, that's Skull Acrobat joke is usually like. Or no, it's Perform a Pal. Perform Mage would be like the clowns.
Yeah, I'm actually going to bring out a Damage Juggler in defense.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's all I'm doing. So.
Okay.
You're still good.
Let's see. Lay Murphy, what's up? Uh, okay, yeah, you have confirmed what I was saying. Great. That is how Plushfire works in this format. Um, I don't think that helps out for me. I will normal summon Master Pendulum, and
That's fine. Yeah.
I will attack and attack directly for 1950.
I will take it.
Main 2, I will access the overlay network for something.
Yeah.
And I feel like that something should be Rafflesia.
Yeah, Rafflesia's pretty good.
Yep. So Rafflesia, which is a new card from Breakers of Shadow, I can basically it's a quick effect where I can detach, dump a whole card, a normal whole card, and then it basically activates when it like this effect goes off when I'm able to use a whole. So it's essentially a whole card from the deck.
No, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's a whole problem.
Yeah. Okay, my turn. I don't hate that. Okay, I think what I want to do here. You send Tretch. That's the one that is generally good for you to send.
Yeah. There's typically like 2. The PePe deck usually runs, but Treacherous is like the first one you wanna go for, and then like Bottomless.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna banish the Juggler again to grab another. Wait, actually, yeah, I think Plushfire is the best one for me here, just to keep trying to go for that. So add the Plushfire to hand.
Okay.
And I'm going to scale up the Plushfire. Then I'm going to scale up the Vector Pendulum here.
Okay.
Let me just check my deck again. I need to make sure this will work out, because
I'm gonna check mine real quick.
If I play into certain things could get bad, because I don't want to play into like Bottomless, right? Because it's obviously not the best. But yeah, I'm gonna attempt to Pendulum Summon here, if that's okay.
Okay. Do your attempt.
Okay, I'm gonna bring out a. Yeah, I think this is fine. So I'm gonna bring out Plushfire, Ensork, and Mirror Conductor. Anything on summon?
Feel like.
Or I guess my Pendulum, my Sork does trigger on summon as well, so that's good to know.
Yeah, it's because it's tricky. Is like I could use like Treacherous and blow up like 2, but Plushfire would get its effect off.
Yeah,
and if
Sork is getting its effect off,
and then Sork could pop himself and the other one.
Yeah.
So it's like, no matter what.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna declare. Which I believe they go to the extra deck when detached. Oh my god.
I thought they don't go, or unless it's a thing at the time, I thought they don't go to extra deck when detached.
I looked it up before. It said, unless the chat knows what, I feel like the only way they go to the grave is if it's like they're negated or they're tributed. I
Okay,
believe those
yeah.
are the two.
Well, also they're like discarded, right? And so
Yeah, they're like
so
from the hand or like deck.
or just not on the field, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like as a material, it's not technically on the field. It's like how Sangan doesn't trigger once detached. So
Let me just
I'm
look it
pretty
up.
sure. Yeah, yeah. Let's just look it up just to think
Um,
about it.
okay, it sounds like they go to the graveyard. That's
Okay,
fine.
yeah.
Um,
But anyways, you're gonna send Tretch, I assume.
uh, bottomless might
Or I
be
mean, you could do
better.
bottomless. Yeah, you could do bottomless to banish this
I
work.
feel like bottomless. Like I feel like I would just have to say screw treacherous and just do bottomless.
Okay,
Banish all
my
three.
Sork will still. Well, just banish the Sork. It's the only one with 1500 or more back. But I still get Sork's effect off here. So I get to pop 2 on my field. I think, honestly, it might just be best to pop Vector Pendulum and Plush Fire in the zone. I feel like that makes sense to me. I can Belch summon out another Perform Age.
Like this just goes to show how like annoying PePe is. It's like they have so many cards that just get you everything you need, and everything's at 3. and
Yeah, I also have not normal summoned yet, so
yeah,
I can still go for a Joker here.
and like
So.
pendulums keep coming back. It's like all the strengths for like Cleforts within the last like year. Like it's just
Yeah,
like that, but imagine if they had like absurd searching power.
yeah, it's just on steroids. So I'm gonna search out the Joker, and then I think
Yeah,
I
you're
want to
probably
get.
lightly more. I probably should have treacherous first, but yeah, it's whatever.
I know the combo is like monkey board literature. I just need to read these cards because if people don't know, I know vaguely what this deck does, but I don't really like. I haven't really played it before, so I just need to make sure I'm doing things.
Yeah, it's just sorcerer's known because sorcerer can like continually to like pop things and like get advantage.
Yeah. Um.
And then
Okay, and
plush
then
fire
so
like grabs things, and skull acrobat grabs things, and monkey board grabs things, and Draco face off grabs. It's a very grabby deck.
okay, so yeah, literature draws. Guitardle. What does Guitardle do? Guitardle. You draw if
Guitardle
you activate it.
usually is one of the ones you. I feel like usually it's
Kind
like
of want to have it
I
on field.
yeah I feel like usually Guitardle you want first and then Lizard Draw.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. So I'm gonna add Turtle and Skull Crobat. Then I'm gonna use the Perform Age Plush Fire to bring out uh, another Perform Age from deck. So, or I could do from hand, but I feel like from deck is just better, just getting things out of the deck. So I'm gonna go for another Damage Juggler. Now I'm going to activate Guitardle. It doesn't matter now. Get a normal summon Joker here. Have to use the effect on Joker.
Veiler that.
And I figured that would run into Veiler, but yeah. So Guitardle isn't really the most helpful thing for me here, but I can do things on the coming turns, so it's not terrible overall. I think I just misplayed a little bit. Probably should have had monkey board. Well, no, it's fine. I can still make things happen here. Let me check my extra deck real quick. Oh yeah, I can really make things happen here if I want to. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, I'm definitely boned.
Yeah, first I'm going to use Mirror Conductor to target the Rafflesia.
Yep.
So
you'll take 500.
So now it's at 300 defense, and yeah, I take 500 from that. And now I'm going to. So I actually can still get things going here. It's funny. I'm gonna do it. I think because
that's PePe for you. It's a funny deck.
it's a funny combo here, so I'm gonna do it.
Gosh dang performers.
Oh yeah, I'm actually gonna overlay. I have a Pluck Fire in rotation already. Do I need 2? I think I'd rather have Mirror Conductor in rotation. So I'm gonna actually overlay these 2 into a whatchamacallit, a King of the Feral Beasts.
Imps.
Or King of the Feral Imps. Yeah.
Oh man.
And I'm going to use the effect, pitching a damage juggler
Oh
to
no.
search out a reptile.
Probably
And
lizard draw.
yep,
I take it.
Lizard Draw is indeed a reptile, so I'm going to add that to hand here.
Oh no,
Uh,
another searcher.
Yep, I'm going to activate the Lizard Draw, which then gives me the Guitartle. So I'll draw off that. Ooh, that's not bad. Wait, okay, this... oh, that's pretty neat. Okay, that actually seems pretty good as well. I'm going to use the effect of Lizard Draw here, and I'm going to destroy it to draw a card. So this goes to the X-ray face up. You draw a card. Actually,
Yeah. This deck just it's plus city. Like it
yeah.
says like doesn't need pluses. It needs multiplications.
Yeah, let me see.
And unfortunately, it's not multiplied by 0 or 1. It's a little bit higher than that.
Yeah, this is wild. I'm gonna go for.
Oh my god,
Draco
Draco face off. All right, well,
So I get to reveal
I'll,
Draco Slayer and Drake Overlord monsters.
yeah, I feel like usually you want to do like probably like Luster Pendulum and then the other like the one
Do I
Draco
not
Lord.
have? Actually, I don't think I can do this.
You don't have Vector Pendulum and Draco.
Yeah, I don't think I have both now. Yeah, unfortunate.
Not in your deck.
So,
Oh my god, they're all in your hands.
Maybe.
Oh no.
I'd be breaking on something here.
Oh yeah, breaking on something. It's terrible.
Yeah, and then I don't hate that. So, return I can summon. No, I actually can't really do that as much. Yeah, I'm actually just going to go to battle here then, and get over this.
Yep.
And then attack direct.
Yep.
For that.
Is that 23?
And I mean, I'll reveal why. I'll reveal why I can activate Draco Face Off. I'm just going to activate this to negate the card effects in your pendulum zones, and then I'm just going to pass back to you.
Great. Hey, what's up, Trap Lover? Love traps, huh? Always wondered what other decks were viable in PePe. Basically none. You could play decks. Okay, it wasn't like 100% play rate in the format. Basically, the other decks you would have seen at the time, at least by like YCS Atlanta, would have been like Cosmo variants. You had like Pure Cosmos, like anti-meta stuff with like artifacts. Artifact Scythe was kind of like a big one. Domain Monarchs was like just became a thing, but didn't really get like they only had like one top. Burning Abyss, yeah, Burning Abyss was like also around. Basically, it's like you had to play against like very anti-meta PePe, or just you gotta play PePe, or just don't even like bother playing whatsoever. Like even the anti-meta Cosmos stuff only got so far.
Yeah.
Like that was just like how much of a problem it was. Like it wasn't even like something like the year before with the Necros Jinlock, where other decks could still counterplay it. You had like Burning Abyss was like great outs to Necros. Ritual Beast had good outs to Necros. Like things could out it. It was annoying, but you could out it. PePe didn't really have that issue because it was so consistent and it had answers to everything. And if you didn't have the answer turn 1, you would have an answer turn 2 typically.
Yeah, it's just like it's always rough when a deck like that arises at the time, because it's very frustrating if you want to play advanced format, right? And you just have to deal with a given card. Yep, that's fine.
I'm gonna pop.
It just if it's special summoned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was hoping you wouldn't notice.
No, I mean that's the tough thing about this deck. I don't even know what to decide here. I guess Ghost Rabbit, Ghost Ogre, and Snow Rabbit, that does deal with pendulum effects on field, I think, right?
Yeah, well,
Um,
like the decks already, because that was the other thing with Pepe. The decks are kind of built like the big thing with the mirror match. Honestly, was like the best time to activate wavering eyes
yeah,
to like
and Wavering Eyes is
outplay.
already at 3 copies in this deck, so
Yeah,
like,
because everyone was playing the deck, so like a lot of times, like Solemn Strike is good. Obviously,
yeah,
stuff like Dark Hole, Twin Twisters, Max C, like it's all very already like coded. Like everything's for
yeah.
like Damage Juggler might be like an iffy thing, like in the mirror
I like Damage
match,
Juggler
but
for the searches. Like I was
yeah.
I was using it to search out the plush fires, and I had a Trick Clown in my hand the whole time, which was, I wasn't able to summon that out off plush fire, unfortunately.
Hmm.
But yeah, um, it
Yeah,
seemed pretty good.
Cosmos seem really bad. The Draco Slayer synchros non-target removal on Pepe. It's 3 Luster, 3 Face Off, and through Air Ice, so 9 ways to uh, for Dark Destroyer removal. Yeah, like people were trying Cosmos. It was like kind of creeping in, but that was like mainly because people had like anti-meta stuff in it. And also like, keep in mind like Cosmo was like the big deck right before. Like pre Breakers of Shadow, post November list, like that was Cosmos time. So people want to play Cosmos. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Cosmos is fun. Cosmos is neat.
yeah, I'm not even sure exactly what I wanna.
Yeah, I think you should bring in the strikes probably because strike is just busted if you can resolve it.
Yeah, that's what
Um,
I'm doing.
which then makes me wonder if I
Um,
should do a little bit of this.
but do I want to bring
Deck
this?
is very tight in terms of space, I think.
Yeah, maybe, maybe,
I'll do that. I'll do that.
maybe not. Yeah, well, we'll attempt to see how this goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, BA with triple anti spell. Yeah, like any deck that was something else in the meta like had to be anti meta because this was Pepe was simply the meta. Like
Oh yeah.
no questions asked. Activate left,
Hmm.
activate right. Hmm.
I figured might as well.
Hmm. Declare.
Okay. So I do
Um.
get the draw here, right? Because that's your
Yeah.
pendulum summon.
Yeah. Pendulum summon,
Okay. Yep. Effect is fine.
and then I'll pop 2.
Hmm.
And search 2 Performer pals with different names except for sorcerer.
Yep.
And I will add. Huh. Well, with Max C. Hmm.
And you already pendulum summoned as well, so you can't like go too crazy with another thing, right?
Yeah, theoretically. I mean, they could still do a lot.
Yeah, you
But
just like
yeah.
you'd search and draw a bunch, right? Which is very good, but or you could play into Maxi. I wouldn't necessarily, I wouldn't necessarily hate if you played into Maxi.
I'm going to have to add Skull Crobat and Monkey Board.
Hey, you've not normal summoned yet this turn.
Monarch could
Mm.
at least search the extra deck lock if the deck doesn't brick. I mean, I feel like just the problem with Monarch was just that it was just Pepe. I mean, Monarchs would be into power like not long after Pepe left. Well, they got neutered to hell.
There's still a Monarch format that many people look back on fondly. So
Yeah, I remember getting those Monarch decks and being like, "Oh my god, that's crazy!" Like I'm gonna
oh yeah,
cover that soon enough.
Looking forward to it.
I'm gonna activate Monkey Board and normal Skull Acrobat
Yep, that is fine.
and search for a Performapal.
Yep, you can do that.
And I think I will pick.
A bit worried here, given what is potentially in your
Lizard
deck.
Draw.
Yeah, Lizard Draw is pretty good.
Okay. Next. I guess I just go ahead and use Monkey Board's effect, right?
I might as well. Yeah.
Search for a level 4 lower Performapal. And I'll pick Guitardle.
Yep, Guitardle's pretty good.
Then I feel like Guitardle's the better one to. I'll use his effect to draw a card.
You only get to do that in your other pendulum zone. So you activate Guitardle, and then if you activate a Performapal in your other zone, you get to draw.
Snap. Oh, in that case, I'm gonna put that back in my hand.
Yep, no worries.
Then Lizard Draw is the better one to use.
Yeah.
Because I can destroy him to draw a card.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I've used my normal. Yeah, I had a search turtle before I activated Monkey Board. Yeah, I should have searched Guitardle before I searched Lizard Draw.
Yeah, I mean, you played around Valor better, but I probably would have Valored the Pensork.
Yeah, or the Skull Acrobat, like either of them.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, you played around, if I had Valor for the Skull Acrobat, you still had Monkey Board in rotation, which I ran into last game, where it was like, oh, damn, my Skull Acrobat got Valored, and I couldn't really extend further, but...
I guess... I know you get another draw, but I guess I should just overlay into something, right?
You could? Yes. Yes.
Into what, though?
Give me that extra draw.
Into what, though?
I feel like the Draco Slayer... Well, you could do also Rafflesia. Rafflesia isn't bad here as well. Is Lizard Draw a hard once per turn, or probably is? I assume. I assume it was a hard once per turn.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
There are a lot of stuff in this deck that is not once per turn. That was kind of a problem. I feel like after PePe format, Konami was like, we need a relook at how we do meta decks.
Yeah.
Things are getting a little bit busted, and everyone's running like Maxi and Ghost Ogre now.
Yeah, because I was gonna say if Lizard Draw was not hard one per turn, you could go for King of the Feral Imps and then search out another Lizard Draw and then hit the draw again. But
I'm actually just. I feel like I'm not gonna overlay.
I think that makes sense. It's like
how do I?
You don't get anything like too high impact. I'd say Rafflesia is probably the highest impact. If you've got something else in hand to do with that, then.
Yeah, because I'm like, there's something I really want to go into, and I just rather just not give you the draw. So I'm just gonna set 3 and then pass.
Set 3. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, boy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, let's see what I want to do here.
Duel on. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. I think what I want to start with is probably a...
All right, chat. What are y'all favorite PePe monster?
It's a good question. I love the Skullcrobat Joker. I think he's very cool.
Skullcrobat
I mean, just
Joker's
look at him.
pretty good.
He's so cool.
Plush Fire is really good too.
I'm
Um,
gonna attempt to use the
to
effect here.
search,
Yep.
that's fine. I also don't know what like the best choke points is for like because the deck just the throat is so big, it's hard to get a choke point really. Like
Yeah.
also obviously it depends on your hand. Like when you Veilered my Crobat the first turn last game, that was like I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
But like if you have options to do stuff, which I do have options for certain things, I'm also like I could use this for a better opportunity, potentially.
I think what I want to do is I want to grab a monkey board. I feel like monkey board's just kind of cracked, you know. Anyways, Guitartle, is that fine?
That's fine.
A monkey board. I'm gonna try to use Guitartle. If you pop Guitartle here, I won't get the draw. As a note.
I'm gonna Wavering Eyes.
I'm gonna chain Wavering Eyes.
Chain Wavering Eyes. I can't stop that.
Hey, so this will destroy all the. So you've prevented me from getting that draw, but I do get to get off the 3 effects in sequence.
Yeah, mine fizzle
So-
out, and you get all the benefits. This is terrible.
So
And
one, you take
that's
500 damage.
and that's Pepe Mirror in a
Oh, yeah.
nutshell. Wavering Eyes, the meta game.
Let's see. Who do I want to add? Kind of want to add.
Yeah, I got debated.
Yeah,
I
mean,
pepated.
there isn't really much you could have done there.
Yeah, no, I mean it is. It is what it is.
And
like,
you still have
I-
Twin Twister set. That's annoying.
It was
so,
the best
but
like time for me to like answer something like that with Wavering Eyes.
I'm gonna grab a monkey board. And then I get to banish 1 card on the field. I'm just gonna banish 1 of your back row. I'm gonna hit this one.
Solemn Strike.
Oh, let's go. Very glad that I banished that.
Another Breakers of Shadow card. Same thing with Twin Twisters. I mean, it just goes to show Breakers of Shadow is like probably one of the best sets in the game.
Yeah. And I mean, it's just nuts. Everything you can do.
It's like up there with like Invasion of Chaos and Phantom Dark. Basically, anything with dark in its pack name is like really good.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna try to use the monkey board here.
Yep.
This time I'm gonna search out a lizard draw.
Lizard Draw.
Actually, do I want to search out lizard draw because it does pop itself? It probably is still good to search it out. If I don't draw into another thing, no, I'm gonna do it. I think it's good to do it.
By the way, if you're enjoying Pepe Mirrors, or at least us murdering ourselves, consider giving this stream a like for that YouTube engagement to push the channel out. It's free and it helps the channel.
Oh yeah.
And YouTube shelling, got to do it.
Oh yeah. Gotta love the YouTube shilling. It is tough because I kind of want to not go for lizard draw because I don't necessarily have the most. I'm just gonna do it. Why not?
Okay. Okay.
And let's activate lizard draw.
Okay.
Let's try to use this effect. So I'll pop it. Get a draw.
Yep.
Okay. Not terrible. Let me check what I want to do here. I think this is what I want to do. Yes, that makes sense.
I feel like
to
this is
me.
not going to go good for me yet again.
Probably not.
Story of my life.
Okay, yeah, that seems to be. Well, actually, I could do this instead. No, that's not worth it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. So Since there are 2 or more monsters on the field, I'm going to special summon out Hat Tricker.
On special summon.
Okay. Ooh, Tretch. Okay, popping those 2. That is okay. So it goes the extra deck face up and then to grave. Let's see here.
You still have your pendulum summon, right?
Yeah, I've not pendulum
Yeah,
summoned
you've
yet.
normal summon, but not pendulum summon.
Yeah. What do I want to do here? Let me check what I've used up and what I haven't used up. This is a bit interesting. Here.
Chat, what do you think is the best PePe monster? Skullcrabat,
Greeny with that lizard draw.
plush fire, monkey board, perhaps?
I'm gonna activate Luster Pendulum here in the right scale.
Okay.
And then what can you do if you really pop off? I think I'm because I can't summon out anything from because it's just a scale 4 and 5 right now, so I can't summon out anything with these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 4 and 5.
So I'm just gonna set 2 of my own and pass.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. There may be a method to my madness here.
That feels like. Well, if you didn't. You can't pendulum summon. What would those back row cards be? Could be a Solemn, Wavering Eyes. I feel like you probably would have used Draco Face Off if it was. If it's a Solemn, you use 1 Wavering Eyes. I know, but that's not grave. That's always a possibility.
Mostly it should be over the grave in that zone.
I know. I'm kind of. I feel like I like them putting the pendulum zones in the spell and trap zones.
Yeah, it's more compact. It makes sense to me. Having the extra zones be in the center of the field makes a lot of sense as well, because it's not like, it's not clogging up your own field, it's sort of clogging up the no man's land in the middle.
Yeah, making use out of like the whole board. I do like when they did the one master roll where they did not have you had the pendulum summon off the link arrows. That was because that really just murdered pendulum's viability.
Yeah.
Which you could say was a reaction to PePe in part a few years later. PePe and I guess Zodiac didn't help either.
Oh yeah, Zodiac was another crazy tier 0. And that I think might maybe a little bit more complicated than PePe too.
Normal
PePe, but
master.
Yeah, normal's fine. Yep.
Like I know these decks. I know you don't run Torrential Tribute, but I'm also thinking, but what if?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna attack.
1950, 100, and 1500. A lot of damage.
I really want to go into Infinity, but
Hey, what's the worst thing that happens?
Solemn Strike.
Is that bad? What are the odds I have a way to?
It gets rid of literally all of my. I mean, yeah, it's because like you could technically pop Monkey Board, but that doesn't do anything.
Oh, it gets me another Monkey Board, which I can then use to search out something.
Well. Yeah. Form a pal. What is that? That could get you a Skull Crobat,
I could
which
potentially.
would be really dumb. And Skull Crobat just. Well, let's see. Hey, Belina, what's up? Oh, no. Oh, bait, no. What's up? Oh, no, it's live. Yeah. Because he can get Skull Crobat. What does Skull Crobat get you? He could get you Pendulum Sorcerer, which gets you a bunch of your monsters. But what do they do? What do they do?
Do they do anything on their own? I don't know.
Well, not Skull Crobat, because he only gets effect off a normal. Blizzard Draw. Doesn't really do anything. Catardle. I feel like. No matter what I do, there's going to be like a counterplay to it, which is very
So, like,
very PePe coded.
yeah.
You know, for the fans, I'm doing this for
They gotta show
the
off
fans.
the combo.
Hey, we're here to have all sorts of fun.
Yep, there's the Ptolemaeus.
Is that all right?
Fine.
All right, I will detach 3.
Yep.
Ptolemaeus for Nova. Is Nova fine?
Nova's fine. Yeah.
And then overlay into Cyber Dragon Infinity, another Breaker of Shadow.
Yep, and that is fine.
Okay.
No Solemn Strike for that, at least.
So, Infinity, you get 200 for each material attached to it, so it gains 400.
Mhm.
Turn, I can target one face attack position monster on the field, attach it to this card. Also, once per turn, when a card or effect is activated, I can detach material to negate the activation. So it's a very good negate.
Yep.
God, I remember when like my opponent, like back in college, like in the game room, when like people would face would just summon Infinity, and I'd just be like, I can't beat this thing.
Yeah, it's very annoying to deal with.
Like a lot of people would play like kaijus and stuff, but like the meta is so distinct to PePe, it's like you can't really run kaijus.
Yeah, and we are not running kaijus here, so this will be very interesting to try and out for me. Not a bad card here, honestly. Okay, well, I am going to try and go for the Luster and try and pop the monkey board, if that's okay.
Do I want to negate? If I negate him and let's try him, the thing that's fine.
Okay, so monkey board goes to the extra. I get to search out another monkey board here.
I feel like I'd rather stop like the main thing.
Okay, let's go for monkey board.
That I'll pop.
Okay, so you're using the effect to try and negate and destroy. I will use Wavering Eyes now to destroy these. So monkey board will still get negated, but this will at least deal 500 to you and also get me a search.
Do I want to negate? Oh, it's
you
a
can
once
only negate
per
once
turn.
per turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
God. PePe.
Yep, PePe indeed.
PePe.
Exactly what I want to search out here. Let's see. So, need to actually get the scales in place, though, is the thing. So that will take some doing. What do I search out? It's any pendulum monster. So, Not a bad one to search. Hmm. That's also not a bad one to search.
Hmm.
Tricky stuff. Um,
Like I appreciate how the deck plays,
yeah.
like things like synergize with each other. It's like when you have like good combo strings, like it feels nice. But then it's just like it's
I think I
it's too
do.
good for its own good, really.
Yeah, I think I do search out the Joker. Yeah,
That
I think I have a
sounds
line
about
here.
right. Joker's usually
I think
like the main one. Usually it's like Joker, then Monkey Board, then Pendulum, Sorcerer,
yeah.
Penstork.
Uh, okay, let's summon out that Joker and try to use the effect. Is that okay?
Yeah, I can't not negate it with
Okay, so no
just
Veiler. Very happy to hear that. Actually, wait, can I? Oh, I can't add back the monster I wanted to get. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, this changes my what I'm gonna do here a bit. Let's see.
I should change this
I'm
text
out of
into
monkey
this B
boards,
format.
so I can't use the monkey board. Mm,
Yeah, they're all
kinda-
three are in your extra deck.
yeah,
Well, probably after that, um, yeah, you don't have any other pendulum cards. You already used your lizard
yeah.
draw. Well, you could get
I
mirror.
think no mirror. That's what I was gonna search out. It's not. It's not a Performa Pal or a
Oh,
magician,
it's
or
it's
Odd Eyes.
wait, what is
Yeah, so
what is
that
what is the mirror?
the mirror is a Perform Age.
It's a
It's just
perform
Perform Age mirror.
mage. Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to do, but now I
All
cannot
right.
quite do
Yeah,
that as
that
such.
would have been like a good draw. If you don't have that, I mean, I don't know, maybe
I
plush
think I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think
fire.
I'm just gonna get Plush. Well, I might not do Plush Fire actually, because it's just kind of. Let me check. Okay, I can do stuff here actually.
Oh no.
Okay, I can do stuff here, so
Oh
that
no.
does make some plays viable. So I do think that I search out. Um, Probably not. I probably search out like. Sorry, this is just a big think. Probably I'll just search out the pen. I'll search out a Pensork. Or wait,
Okay.
no, yeah, it is Perform Pal. Cool.
Yep.
Okay. Your Star Dragon Infinity is at 2,300, by the way.
Oh,
Now,
true enough.
and I'm going to do a bit of a weird play, but I think it does make sense. I'm going to crash the Skullcrat Joker into the Infinity. Because I would be taking battle damage here. I can pitch this damage juggler to reduce that. I guess I didn't have to do that here, but I could just do that at the start of the battle phase. But
Reduce the
either way,
next
yeah. So I do this
battle
like on the attack.
damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess I don't even need to crash the Joker for that. But I guess it doesn't really matter because I can just bring it out again if I want to. But yeah, either way, get that in the zone. Main 2, I'm going to use the damage juggler. So I'll banish it here. Then search out a plush fire. And
Okay.
now I basically just have soul charge.
Basically, have soul
Activate
charge.
left.
Tell me I have soul charge
Activate
without
right.
having soul charge.
Pretty much.
2 and 5. Yep.
2 and 5. Yep. So I can bring out Joker, Pendulum, Joker. Guess why not Lizard Draw, right?
Guess why not? All your perform bows also gain 1,000.
Yep. And that affects just till the end of this turn. So doesn't really matter there. But what I can do is I can synchro summon into Ignister Prominence. That seems pretty good.
No.
Yeah, so I'll do that. So is that good? Yeah, that seems cracked. That monster's busted. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna and these if you synchro summon, they go to the extra deck face up. I'm pretty sure, right? So
Yeah, I think
yeah.
unless they were tributed.
Yep. So I
Yeah,
can't believe this has
like
two ones per
like
turn effects.
like this deck would run a not cracked card. This deck is
Yeah,
like a freaking. It's like someone took a jackhammer to a sidewalk. It's just nothing but cracks.
I am
It's like a
going
Jeff
to.
Foxworthy concert or whatever.
Uh, okay, that's just by an opponent's card effect. I think I'm gonna actually destroy the Lizard Draw with the Draco Slayer. So I'm just gonna pop that, turn the extra deck, shuffle in the Infinity into your deck.
Well,
Yep, there it goes. And then because this thing has two ones per turn effects, I'm gonna special summon a Draco Slayer from my deck in defense position.
but he
Uh,
cannot use it as a synchro summon. Thank God.
I cannot.
Thank God.
But I won't be using it for that. So I'm just gonna bring out Master Pendulum. Go, and now I can't use it for a synchro summon, but what I can do is use it for
Access the overlay network.
I could access the overlay network,
Or you could
or
potentially get
I could
Dinoster.
I think I'm thinking about Dinoster. Dinoster seems pretty good, so I think I'm just gonna go Dinoster. So tributing these, they also go to extra deck. I think they do. Yeah, like if you tribute the cleats, they go to extra deck. So I'm pretty sure. Also, goes to extra deck. So I'm just gonna bring this out in defense mode. And once per turn,
Let me
that's just hand it graveyard, so. Yeah. Well, it does go to graveyard. I'm just gonna bring one back with Dinoster power. But yeah, it seems pretty good to me.
um yeah, yeah, extra deck.
Yeah. So, anyways, good luck.
Um why do I just draw into this now?
Rip.
That is the most like
Oh.
divine, just like, hey, you know all that special
Yep.
something? Wouldn't you like to draw into that?
Yeah, that's rough.
I will activate Guitardle.
I'm just gonna Wavering Eyes.
And then cry myself to sleep.
Yeah. But yeah,
Oh,
that was wild. This deck is crazy. Yeah, I mean, I see why this was tier 0.
Yeah, it's just like I'm watching. I'm just like no matter what you do, really, like unless you really just brick.
And I think I misplayed in the turn I was popping off, like the previous turn, because I went for Lizard Draw because I got greedy, but I didn't have a good Pendulum summon or Pendulum monster bring out in hand. I think I should have just activated Lizard Draw, Pendulum summoned, and then done Lizard Draw, and just like tried to go for that.
I mean, it is cool seeing both Dinoster and Ignister on the field, like the red and
Yeah.
blue, white and purple.
Yep. And these two monsters are really cool. We didn't get to show off the Xyz summon monster here, which was this guy.
I considered summoning that last turn, but
I don't think it would have been bad. It's
just
like
I could do better plays.
Well, I guess if you go into this guy, then you could go into oh, just from extra deck. Okay, so now you couldn't go into. I think you could like go into. Oh, wait, you had Luster Pendulum in your extra deck, so you could have gone into potentially, the Synchro as well, right? Because you overlay with two of these guys, bring out the Luster, and then you Synchro into Ignister, and then you get to. Actually, I don't know if I had much to spin back. I just had like spell traps to spin back. But to be fair, I would just chain I would just chain Wavering Eyes to that, so it wouldn't really affect things here, and then you wouldn't have a negate
Hmm.
for the Infinity. So
What's the
yeah, I
best
don't think it.
version of PePe? Ariane build or hand trap heavy or maybe dark warrior package? So pro tops. I mean, this version, like this is the version that won, like this deck specifically won the YCS like during PePe, like full power PePe. Um, didn't really see like Ariadne like during. I don't think that card was even out. By
Yeah,
this format, Dark Pendulum was around, but it was based just this deck with a couple extra darks like Armageddon Knight. It's really just PePe with an asterisk, and just by the tops, it just wasn't as good. Like you could still top, but so so did like Cosmo and BA. You know, so did like Monarch. Like you weren't
yeah, that's
gonna
why
run them like and
it's
expect to win.
always tricky, like evaluating what decks are best, like looking at tournament results, because it's just it's a fact of Yu-Gi-Oh that if you're really good at decks, especially when a format's first going on, like you can top with a deck, right? It
Hmm.
doesn't necessarily mean it's like the best deck in the world or it's like a high tier meta threat, but it means that you were good enough to top with it. And
Yeah,
so for retro play, you always have to go back and be like, okay, this deck topped. Is that just because it was a really good player, and because the format was not really as practiced and solved as it is now, or is it because there's something here? And it's always good to sort of delve into that and try and figure out if something's there. Um, but unfortunately, the results can sometimes be a bit disappointing. So
yeah. Like in Clown format, there was a topping Infernoid deck, but like a lot of that really had to do with like the duelist.
yeah,
But with PePe, it was just like it was like by far view like the best one. Like most of the builds were kind of the same. Like you would see some like this one's I believe a 41 card build. Like there'd be ones you see that would just be like flat 40. Some would run like a little bit more traps. Some would run like a bunch of more cards to maybe just have like better searching capabilities than like hard drawing into bricks. But for the most part, it was very like yeah, it's like the same deck, but if you squint your eyes a little bit, type of deal.
yeah.
Like some might have Psalm Strike in it, some might just go more towards like Twin Twisters or like Upstart Goblin was another popular addition. Some of these decks would run just for like the extra draws, just to, like get in your cards.
Yeah, and I think that makes sense, right? Like, do you care about life points that much with this deck? Probably not, because you're probably killing through most things. So,
Yeah, like
um,
games were very quick.
yeah. So I think Upstart's a good inclusion.
Like second place for the at this YCS, like they had like the Upstart build, and even
Yeah,
I use that word very loosely. The build.
and they were playing 40 cards too, as opposed to 41. So they were trying to slim down as much as possible. But the 41 is still good, and also the thing with 41 is that allows you to play things like Bottomless and Treacherous and have them in deck for Rafflesia if you go into that turn one.
Hmm.
So, um, it's a bit it makes the odds of drawing them a bit less likely. And yeah, unfortunately, you drew one game one, but it also worked out because I had Maxi, so I could stop the Rafflesia from being as big of a thing. Um, and so you were able to use the Treacherous naturally. So even if you draw them, it's not terrible, but you don't really want to draw both and then turn off your Rafflesia.
Yeah, like at the very least, you could just set the one and then use that first, and then still have Rafflesia to
Yeah,
you get bottomless out.
yeah. But I was drawn into all the Wavering Eyes this game, so I was like, well, I'm happy I win every Wavering Eye war that happens because that's very key, right? Like, if your opponent activates Wavering Eyes and then you chain Wavering Eyes and then they chain Wavering Eyes, then they ultimately come out pretty far ahead on that situation. Just whoever wins that war. So, um,
Yeah,
a
and
little interactive.
it really is a war, like a war format.
Yeah, and that's why I scaled up both my Pendulum monsters that turn and just passed because I was like, well, you scale up a Pendulum monster, then I can Wavering Eyes and just get full value off it, right? Get that banish and get something out of there.
And that's
Um,
always the fear of like waving your eyes like in the mirror match, and that's why it was like so important just to have like a card where it makes the other player like, do I want to like do my plays? But like if they don't do their plays, like are they gonna lose the next turn? But then you have certain cards that are fine with with Wavering Eyes, like Plush Fire.
Yeah, and we didn't really get to show that off, but Wavering Eyes. Even though you lost out on the Wavering Eyes war there, you were able to stop Guitartle. So even if like, you don't win that one, you still get to use Wavering Eyes to get effect to stop certain like plays, right? Like Grin Divide activate Monkey Board there, right? Like that would stop the Monkey Board, which is very important. So
And keep in mind too, like this is also while Pendulum Sorcerer was technically underpowered.
yeah.
Like
Also,
the I think that's just
yeah,
like insane that he wasn't even
yeah,
like he was flubbed on release, and that's like the only thing that stopped him from being even better.
yeah. It's just a quirk of history, and like I'm really looking forward to all the Pendulum formats when I get to them on my channel. But I'm happy that you're in them now and like diving in because it's just such a fun period of history.
Yeah, there's a lot to like about it. I mean, obviously PePe is like a weird one.
Yeah,
But it's like it was a fairly short period because Breakers of Shadow was what, like mid late January 2016. So it was really like maybe a 2 month period, 1 month at most. Um,
yeah,
Whereas like
and
the very beginning of the format was more of like a Cosmo format where it was just like, hey, there's no Bosch, but Cosmo, that's the big deck. But then it's just Breakers of Shadow, Master of Pendulum. What more do you
one of
want?
the one of the most busted sets of all time, Breaker Shadow, just absolutely nuts.
Because like out of nowhere, we
And
got Monk Keyboard, Skull Crobat Joker, Pendulum Sorcerer, Dinoster, uh, Traptrix Rafflesia, Sire Dragon Infinity, um, the yeah, just like Twin Twister. That was the card I'm thinking of. Twin Twisters,
I didn't realize that came out in Bosch.
Solemn Strike. Like
Absolutely
all
wild.
of the all of these cards just dropped like within 2 sets.
It might be the most.
Draco faced off. That was another one.
I mean, it might be the period of just most power cards coming out in the game. I mean, I know Phantom Darkness often takes that title as well as Invasion of Chaos, but like Break of the Shadow deserves to be in that conversation for a good reason. It's just wild.
Yeah, because even like Phantom Darkness, like Teledad was like very strong and like all the cards were like so good, but it wasn't like emergency like people were still messing around with stuff, right? You still had like Dark
Yeah,
Creator Turbo. People were using Nephthys builds if they didn't even have Dad, which was usually fine to a degree. And then you
Dad was
had
never banned
yeah,
as well, which
it
is like
wasn't the cards were around like for a while, and even when you got to like actual like Teledad format
yeah,
when you enter the synchro format like right after like Dark Arm Dragon format.
yeah. It's just it's wild to just drill deep into the periods of Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, I didn't realize that you offered a rematch. Sorry,
Yeah.
I've just been messing around here. But it's wild when you dig into the periods of Yu-Gi-Oh's history that are looked down as like being the most powerful because oftentimes they are, but also you realize that sometimes they're not as powerful as they were cracked up to be, or sometimes they're even more powerful than they were cracked up to be. So,
Yeah, because it's not like the formats, they're able to get explored to depth, to
yeah,
death. Um, but like with PePe, like it wasn't really even an option. It was just like, yeah, these decks that were around, like only the best would be able to barely scratch by, but any deck that wasn't like in that upper echelon, um, just fell off the face of the earth, like Ritual Beast and a Magispector. Like
yeah,
Necroz's already got like a neuter, but even like Shadal like didn't even, which was already a struggling deck by late 2015, early 2016, like just could not stand anything. Um, that's fine.
hey,
Yeah,
time to get.
Solemn Strike and Twin. Yeah, I remember pulling a Twin Twister from Bosch. I was very excited. Meanwhile, Cosmo got Tin Can versus PePe whole package. Yeah, like Cosmo got Tin Can, which was great. I mean, great for the deck. but like I'd rather just play December 2015 without Tin Can if I wanted to play like a great Cosmo deck, or really even like Clown format, which would have been like, if we're talking about like played formats, like that would be the one.
Hmm. I feel like I want to get Pensork.
I really like Cosmo. I wish Cosmo's got a reprint.
Yeah, Cosmos are awesome. I think they're very fun.
I don't want to pay $20 for a non-gold Dark Destroyer.
Go Lizard Draw.
Yep.
Lizard Draw to the extra deck face up. Draw a card. Well, that's not necessarily the card I wanted, but let's go Draco face off.
Yeah, reveal.
So, wait. View. Let's see here. So
I feel like it's usually Luster, Pendulum, and then the one.
Yeah, because it's a tuner.
Yeah.
And then the Drake Overlord's just like.
I'll flip a coin. Heads, Luster, tails, Vector.
Sounds good.
So it's Vector Pendulum.
So I get to do something with Vector then?
Yeah. Place your Pendulum Zone or special summon it.
Okay.
Like Draco face. It's like the Pendulum pile stuff, like people are like messing around like very casual strategies since the dawn of Pendulum decks. And like Draco's like had some stuff, like Luster was around for a bit, but like no one really played Dracos like whatsoever. But then Face Off comes off and all of a sudden it's like, oh, Pendulums can just get 2 cards. Oh, Ignister already exists, and Magic Spectre was showing that Ignister is like really good. Oh, and we just got a new fusion that can just be special summon. Like it is. Oh my god, it's insanity.
Oh, actually, wait. I could go for this instead. I might do this instead. Sorry. I was gonna go for Dinoster, but I think actually it might be good to show off the. Geez, let's do that.
Yeah, the original Pendulum. Are you talking about like the Star one with the like Time Gazer, Stargazer stuff?
Yeah, this guy.
Because like the first Pendulum set only had like, or the first Arc V era set only had like 2 Performer pals, like Kaleidoscorp and the Frog one.
Yeah. Do I want to bring out? I've already normal summoned this turn, right?
You summon. What do you? You summon Skulkabat.
Yeah, so I haven't end summoned yet.
No.
I think I messed up this play a little bit, but it should be fine.
Because I think one thing that I talked about in my my Duelist Alliance video was. I feel like it was kind of more of like a subtext thing, of just discussing, trying to explain pendulums, not like mechanically, but just like conceptually. Because I like pendulums. It's not my favorite, like, in new mechanic, like added mechanic to Yu-Gi-Oh. But I feel like it gets a bad rep just because it is so different, and people I think it's something else when it's not, which is an extra deck, but it's not an extra deck mechanic.
I think it's really neat. I think it's cool that they tried something different, and I think like it's very complicated compared to some of the previous strategies, but I think it's still very cool.
Oh boy.
My 2 back row, probably nothing.
Monkey board.
That is fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Search for Forma Pal. Geez, I wonder which one I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
I don't know why I used my George Lucas voice for that. I was editing a Star Wars video for work like all day today, so George Lucas is on my mind.
I mean, also Cosmo, right? That's Star Wars
and
and Wizard of
Cosmo.
Oz
Yeah.
smashed together.
Hmm. Um. Well, that one with Wisdom Eye. Yeah, that was the Master Pendulum one. That's the one that had that included Skull Crobat and Pensork. I don't think it had. I think Monkey Board was Bosch. I don't.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
believe
think.
so.
I don't think that was Master Pendulum. 'Cause Master Pendulum also added like it was Wisdom Eye, Oath Dragon, and the other magician one.
Yeah.
But no one ended up playing those at all. I do have a um, spellcaster pendulum deck I made back in like I don't know, like 2019 or so with
Mm.
the I don't remember what the deck was. It was like spellcasters and like
Yeah, th-
the spellcaster beasts. I don't remember
they
what
made
they were called.
Magispectors?
No, not well, I do have a Magispector deck,
Familiar
but
Possessed?
no,
Uh,
it's what's the one? It has like I remember like
Spell
it's
Charmers?
like the blue wolf guy, the pendulum. I
Oh, Endymion and like all those
Endymion.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it was in an Endymion deck with a bunch of like cool stuff. Like that stuff I think is just kind of can be like, pretty crazy.
yeah.
You wish you were a fly on the wall when Pendulum Mechanic was developed in the room. I mean, as far as we know, it could have just been like a Takahashi thing because he if you look up like some of the games Takahashi like made up, like just conceptually stuff you like write on paper and things, it is absolutely insane. I would not be surprised if like they asked Takahashi for something and he's like, I have an idea. This is another like kind of tricky thing. Like you were mentioning it earlier is just baiting out potential choke points.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what you have. Like two cards that can just because the back rows these decks don't run much back rows but the ones they do are very powerful.
Yeah. They
Surprise,
could just be
surprise.
two Draco face-offs.
Well, I'm not gonna get any better thing than normal summoning this. I think.
Yep, that's fine.
Add a Performer Pal to my hand.
It's not ideal for me, but it is fine. I
Yeah.
can't stop it, so.
Well, I already have the monkey board. Um, I don't want to do that. Well, like, I feel like if you take everything I've been saying throughout this video, you basically get the script that I like already wrote for my my PePe video.
I mean, that means it's a good script, though,
But
right?
yeah, and
So,
that's just how I talk though. Um,
um,
I, I get the information and then I'm like, let me share it. Where what was what was I gonna say? Existence of monkey board. Yeah, yeah. So like this, I feel like Perform Pals was like doomed to happen regardless. Um,
mm,
just because of they were slowly coming out anyway, and like if it was going to
yeah,
happen now, I feel like it would just have happened later at some point. And honestly, I feel like it would potentially be worse if it came out later.
yeah. I feel
Maybe
like Perform
either
Pals.
like you could say the card pool would have helped combat against PePe, but I also feel like Konami wouldn't have cared as much if it was a bit more of a natural drop.
Yeah,
Mythical
I feel
Beast,
like.
that was it.
Oh yeah, Mythical Beast. Yep. I feel like Perform Pals is kind of like Heroes done right in a way because it's like the main archetype of an anime protagonist, but like the cards are actually decent to good. Um, as opposed to the heroes, which they did get good eventually, but like that's mainly from the manga
Hmm.
cards that were released. The anime did that deck dirty, and Perform Pal, over time they weren't the best. You could play them like they had a strategy to them at least that was relatively attainable. Um, and then eventually they just anime cards are going to anime card, and they're like, yeah, we don't really feel the need to curtail them much going into the actual game, and is what happened.
What's 250? Yeah, and like like they all needed to like all these like pendulum stuff needed to synergize together because otherwise there's no point. And I feel like the drawback of having them all so kind of separately is that they all kind of gained their own power, and it wasn't as like a clear cut deck as like Cosmos or Magispector were, where they had like a solo idea going into it. And I think just like
Yeah.
all these things combined with and just like the bomb of the Bosch bomb dropping was just like the recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Do I get this
It's tough.
is it is
It's
tough.
tough.
It's like what's like
That's what I
I
was
envy people that like know all like the optimal stuff playing this, but I know at some point like during the meta it does get very like linear.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, I think there's always some flexibility you can do depending on what you got. I feel like people harp on linearity a bit too much, but uh, I think this deck is still pretty fun, at least from a new player's perspective. And
yeah, it's fun as like a combo deck. Like if you want to learn how to do like combos and stuff, and just
yeah,
have like
and
these insane boards.
I also think that like it's very unlikely that the actual best combo lines that you could do were like completely solved. Like I feel like with more exploration, there's always more that people can find.
I'm leaning
Not that I
towards
think
this
everyone's
guy.
like exploring, Osh that much, but
I'm gonna do my own Draco face off.
okay, that's fine. I'll do the same thing that you did with the heads and tails.
Okay. Lesser Pend and of course Vector Pend.
Yep. So I'll just flip a coin.
Okay,
That'll
I'll
be
get
the
Luster.
Yep. Because the tails was the vector for me, so the heads is luster for you.
Okay. Probably should have Drake. I feel like I maybe should have Drake it first before the Skull Cravat, but it's whatever.
I was thinking, I was debating when to activate the Draco as well. It's tricky. Like you want to know if there's Valor. So, like I think it makes sense to go for Luster or for
And you
Joker first.
also just don't know which scale you're gonna get.
Yeah. And you could special. You don't have to scale it.
Mm, if I scale it, well, I can just put this guy next Drake face up. If I scale Luster Pendulum, what does that do? I could potentially search another monkey board, and I could get a 4 Pendulum Summon. If I normal summon it, I could Xyz into something which does what? I could also go into Ignister. I'm going to special summon him.
Right, special summon is fine.
I'm going to Synchro. Only
Okay,
because
go to-
I haven't done it yet. I have to
Yeah, you gotta
Synchro.
go into.
I haven't
You gotta
done
go
it
into
yet.
Ignister at some point.
I don't know if this is the best play, but I haven't done it, so it's new to me, and I like new things, and it's shiny.
Okay.
So once per turn, I can target a pendulum monster on the field or one card in my pendulum zone, destroy it, shuffle card onto the field, into the deck. Once per turn, additionally, I can search the one Draco Slayer monster for my deck in defense position, but I cannot use it as synchro material.
Yeah, or you can't use it for an Xyz summon. Or no, synchro material. Yeah, because the Xyz one says Xyz summon.
Yeah.
That one says no synchro. Yeah.
Let's see here. I can't.
Bit of a tricky spot.
I can't pop a pendulum monster, so I'd have to do one in the
Can you not?
pendulum zone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, because it's in a zone. Yeah.
Why would I not pop your monkey board? Answer: I should. Like,
Okay, that's fine. Uh, this clears up my zones a bit, so I'm okay with it. So, and this does not target, so I have no response to it.
um,
So go ahead, shuffle back what you want.
I guess I'll have to shuffle this guy. I guess. Feels like all you
Okay, back
need
to the
is
extra deck.
Reflation and some trap to stop opponent first turn, and then pen summon for the OTK. Yeah, it's tough because like we saw, like even if I use treacherous instead of bottomless, it's kind of negligible depending on like the opponent's hand.
Yeah, that's
Like
part of why I didn't go into Rafflesia here, because I was like, I could have gone into Rafflesia, but I was like, well, I'd rather just have more setup next turn, honestly.
yeah,
So
like these like the PePe deck just has so much options for everything and like follow up plays. Like that's the other thing. Like all of its follow up plays. Like you could stop it
yeah,
one turn, but if they have certain cards, and they could survive one turn. Like these aren't necessarily like OTK decks. You know,
yeah. Although it can, but
they
it's
yeah
not
they
super
can, but it's not,
main.
you know, the main thing is just like resource overpowerment.
Yeah.
Um, what did I do this turn?
You normal summon the Joker, and
Yeah, no,
that's basically the relevant piece of information here.
right. So no pens.
Yeah.
Um, I will use his effect, his secondary effect, special summon from deck.
From yes, that's fine.
In defense position. I can see why it's defense. None of them, all of them have 0 defense.
Yeah.
Master Pendulum, another one from Bosch.
Although this one is not as good as
No,
the others.
it's not as good as Luster Pendulum was already out a couple sets, but Master Pendulum was at least like a new one and like another target
Yeah.
with 1950
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah.
It's not
So it's not
bad.
bad.
Yeah. Um. I'm going to activate Lizard Draw.
I'm going to Twin Twister. Or 2 pen zones.
I'm going to chain Wavering Eyes.
I figured you probably had Wavering Eyes here.
Where's your Wavering Eyes? Where's your Wavering Eyes?
It'd be nice if I had a Wavering Eyes. I think instead, though, I'm just going to go for
Another twin. No! I can't.
deprive you of the search.
I don't have ways to stop that.
Because, like, the way
Caramba.
I'm figuring it, like, I could save the Twin Twister for, whatever you get out next, but you could just search up Monkey Board, scale up Monkey Board, use Monkey Board to search again, and then, just be in a better spot than you would be if I just popped these two.
I
From
don't
getting the search.
I don't think I have ever gotten Wavering Eyes off.
Good.
Like every single time you
goal.
either like chain something to it. Like
That's the goal.
oh my god. Well, I've already used my normal summon and I can't do anything else.
I mean, if you got more pens, you could do that, but
Well, I need at least 2. Hey, Xavier Wolf, what's up? Greetings, duelists. But that said, I don't. So, 2850 it is.
hey, I will take that.
Lane 2, I will set and pass. See, at least this game, I was like, I'm gonna try and use Wavering Eyes a bit smarter this time, and like, you got twin twisters.
Yeah, I mean that's just how it goes sometimes, See how it goes sometimes. Let's go for Skullcrabat Joker.
Yep.
Is that okay?
Yep. Was watching Mal's combo videos meta about for PePe or for like modern stuff?
I assume for modern, right?
Oh, Malleus Oh, for a second I was thinking like, oh, Malleus is like a YouTuber. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. No, that I mean, any new big deck is gonna be hot.
I'm gonna try to use the effective monkey board.
Yep.
Oh, that went through. Okay, I did not expect to make it that far. Who do I want to search out here then? I will search out a lizard draw. Let's scale up the lizard draw.
Yep.
Is that okay? Okay.
Just
I'm
refilling
going to
my
try.
I normally drink out of my bottle during these things, but I have a glass with lemon. I got some lemons at the grocery store recently, so nice lemon
Nice.
water.
I'm gonna try and pen summon here, if that's okay.
Yep.
Okay, let's go for the other thing. This does play in to bottomless, but I don't think I can play around bottomless. So let's just go. Do I want lid draw? Yeah, I want lid draw and attack.
That it?
Yep, that's it. Okay, Tretch. Which one's your
Treacherous.
Tretchin?
I definitely need to hit Luster.
Okay.
Oh, that lizard draw effect. I feel like
Yeah.
lizard draw and luster I need a hit
Okay, your hit needs to. That
to
is fine.
avoid
So
effect and synchro respectively.
they go back to the extra deck face up. Do I use the litter draw to get a draw here? I could just pen summon next turn though. So, am I dead this following turn? If I pop the magic pen, we didn't have pens last turn. You can bring out another Draco Slayer next turn, but if you go into, if you bring out another Draco Slayer, well, it can't be used for a synchro summon. So actually, I don't need to worry about that. I need to worry about like Dinoster, but I don't think you have the best for that. The issue is if you have another Skullcrobat Joker in hand, which is a distinct possibility, then you go Skullcrobat Joker into Monkeyborn into other things, which I don't necessarily like. So I think I am going to use the Lizard Draw. So I'm going to use it to pop itself, or not to grave, to extra deck. And then I'm going to draw.
Okay.
That isn't terrible.
Lizard draw does draw. It'd be weird if it didn't.
It does indeed. Yeah. Does that change anything for me? I don't think it changes anything for me, if I'm being honest. Yeah, no, it doesn't change anything.
This deck, like, it feels depressing. Is this just me?
What do you mean? It's great.
Like, it feels like even though like I have like the same tools and I can like pull off like same plays, it just feels like I can understand why people didn't hated this format so much, even though like I can like look at the deck and be like, oh, there's so much you can do with it.
There are a lot of things you can do. Oh wait, actually, I do have a play I can make. Hold on.
Hold
that
the
does actually
phone.
change
Oh
things for me a
no.
lot. Okay, I like that. Let's activate another monkey board.
Oh my god.
And this is not a hard once per turn at this point, so or at least we've not been playing it this way. So I'm going to add.
You can only use this effect of perform monkey
That
board
was
once
the
per turn.
errata, right? We haven't been playing that way up to this point, so I thought you said that this was errata. If not, it's fine. I don't have to add, but we've been doing that at this point. So let me look up monkey board.
the only erratas are in Italian.
Yeah, because its original errata should have the thing. I mean, it would make sense if it was a hard once per turn, but yeah, I don't know why it's in Italian. Well, the Effetto Pendulum
Worldwide
is the
English. The Bosch printing is
you
once
can
per
only use it
turn.
once per turn. Yep, and it's a hard once per turn. Okay, so that's still fine though because I can go for Wavering Eyes here. These both in the extra deck face up. and then inflict 500 to you and get a Search of a Pendulum monster.
Oh no. 500.
So
I'm dead.
will indeed do that. I'll add the Mirror Conductor. And I'll use this to switch the attack and defense of your Ignister Prominence.
Come equal to its attack just becomes 0.
Yeah, and now I can attack over it with Skull Crobat.
This Mirror Conductor is like very sneaky.
It puts in some work, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still do stuff if you've got like, if you've got other things, you can still do stuff. But I feel like this is fine to do.
He lets you kind of beat over like anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to normal the Trick Clown and overlay
Okay, that's fine.
into
The thing is, I know Treacherous is gone, so you don't have access to that again. You go for Reflection.
Actually, wait, no, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Ah! Oh my god, Dueling Book, you're drunk. There we go. It's been really like sometimes I would go to, like my graveyard and like the commands over a card would just be like crunched where I couldn't read anything.
Especially with Pendulum Monsters.
Yeah, I think. Crap. No, actually, yeah, this is what I want to do. Yeah, I was correct. So 1800 for that thing. I have 2 spells, a trap, and a Synchro Engrave. I feel like I don't want to get Flash. How much attack does Skull Crobat? 18?
18, yeah.
I could get the other Draco Slayer out, which I haven't.
It's pretty good.
I haven't done yet.
At the end of your turn.
I've already got my Loser Draw, so Feral Imps is kind of. I could Castell. That's a possibility.
Yeah, Castell's not bad here.
Because you only have 1 in your. No cards in hand. You have 1 card in your pen zone.
Yeah, so Castell's not bad.
But you do have a lot in your extra deck, so I feel like it doesn't. I feel like Magister Paladin makes sense to me. Because I feel like even if I don't get rid of this from like the field, it's not gonna stop whatever you could possibly do if you get whatever card. Because nothing else like pops. I mean, Diamond Direwolf does, but I don't want to do that.
Not necessarily the best.
Yeah, like I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. So during end phase, I can add a Pendulum Monster. Once per turn, I can detach, special summon a face-up Draco Slayer Pendulum Monster from my extra deck. Cannot be used as Xyz material.
Yeah.
And I do have Luster Pendulum.
You do indeed.
Ooh. Yeah. Let's do that. Dueling Book, please. It like brings it up the thing, and then it comes down to the. Well, it's not that. It brings up like the thing, and then immediately like puts it to the bottom, which takes my mouse off of it.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a defense, which is great.
So you can attack.
Which is great. I love that. But two
Okay, I'll take
1850s.
50 from this, and yeah, an 1850 direct.
Now,
I'm in
fortunately,
a
this
bad
guy's
spot.
Magister is a rank,
This
so
guy goes
it's
extra deck.
right.
Boom.
Phase 2, I will activate Draco
Oh, yep.
Overlord. Draco
That's pretty
Overlord.
good. Yeah, shuts off my mirror
And
conductor.
that will be my turn. Let's go. Maybe I'll win one game.
Wavering Eyes.
Ooh, Wavering Eyes. Yeah, I can't stop that.
Yeah, so I get a search of a pendulum. Unfortunately, I don't have Monkey Board. Monkey Board would be ideal here, but I don't have any left in deck, so I just have to go.
No,
I think I have to just go Skull Crobat and get a search. Yeah, but I still don't have Monkey Board, so it's like kind of iffy. I'm just gonna go Skull Crobat, attempt to use the effect.
Actually, wait.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Got him.
Yeah, no, that's probably
Effect Veiler. This what?
I guess not technically the end of the game, but that's basically the end of the game because you just attack over Joker next turn, and there's no one draw I have that does it there. So
do we got time
if I had
for
a
another game?
left in my deck, I would have been okay, but or no, I wouldn't because I would have because Vector Pendulum was gone. So.
Do we got time for another game or?
I have time for one quick one. If we do we do one really quick, then I can.
All right, no sighting. I'm going. Bam.
Oh, I'm gonna side a little, but here we go. I'm done. Okay, in we go.
All right, chat. Chat, how are you feeling about reliving PePe thus far? Because it's definitely an experience, which I did say in our Discord before the stream. I said should be an experience, LOL, and it is.
Yeah. Let's try to use it.
How about no?
No. That's fine.
Hi,
Draco face
caramba.
off. So.
Yep.
I mean, you could probably guess the ones I'm going for. So.
Oh, geez, I wonder.
Yeah.
All right. Let's flip the coin. Bam. Woo, woo, woo. Heads. You get the luster pen.
Hey, I get luster this time.
The Vector goes to the extra deck.
Yeah. Yes, this one. The Vector goes to the extra deck, and then this one goes. I'm just gonna bring it out and attack. And I think I'm gonna this time.
Remember that anime card, Quick Attack, that allowed monsters to attack the very first turn?
Yes, that was really cool. I thought that was fun. I'm going to.
Imagine that.
Let's see. Do I want to make
TCG?
I'm doing this quick. I just need to reread Dinoster. Can't be destroyed, but it can be shuffled.
I wanted to summon Dinosaur last duel, but like last game, but then I realized it has to be like Draco Slayer and not and like I had Vector Pendulum in hand, which does not work with that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think I am going to go. I could just go Ignister. I don't hate that. To get these guys both in the extra deck.
Ignister is
actually
really good. No, better thing. Gets better than this.
Bam.
King of the Feral Gimps.
Yep, I'm gonna detach the luster for a lizard draw.
Sounds good. See, I had Feral Imps for like a while, not like for this deck, but I had like one of my first decks I build just for like budget reasons was a Reptilian deck.
Oh, that's neat.
So like I had like King of Feral Imps was good in that clearly.
Okay, I'm gonna try and pen summon here. And do I pen summon just all my stuff? I think I might. Because I mean, what's the reason not to? I don't think there really is one. So I'm just gonna actually there's a small reason.
Like you can definitely see the reasoning behind having like Konami introducing pendulums into Yu-Gi-Oh! When you have like your normal summon and you have your one pendulum summon, it gives you like an extra thing to play around with, and I think that's like really fun.
Yeah, I think it's neat.
Like for people who complain about like special summoning these like limitations and stuff, like well you kind of get something similar to that in pendulums.
Yeah. I think honestly, I liked your Cyber Dragon Infinity play, so I think I might do the same thing.
Oh
So
no! Now
let's
you're going to summon
overlay
Infinity.
these into Infinity.
But hey,
Damn. And this has
actually,
well,
no,
I gotta do the
yeah,
stuff, so it's like
yeah,
these go to grave, and then I get the thing, and
Constellar,
then I get
and then
yeah.
Nova.
Okay, I'm
For,
just gonna set these all in graveyard so that way.
fortunately, Infinity can be beat because infinite impermanence,
Yep,
but
and then
doesn't make it any better.
there we go.
With 25 hundo attack.
Yep, and then I think I'm going to use the yeah, I'll use the lizard draw. Get a draw here. That ain't bad. It's not bad at all. I'll set it and just pass to you. Yeah. 2,500 attack.
Okay. Well. Might as well.
Monkey board is, let me think about this. Monkey board is fine. Yeah, monkey board's fine.
All right, I will search.
I don't actually know if I can use infinity to negate that, but I probably can. I probably can. Yeah.
Infinity? Yeah, because it's a card that's being activated.
Yeah, yeah. But I'll let you get your search.
Let me turn that quick keep going thing off.
You can have your measly search.
This is so awkward because it's like, well, you can just negate things.
Yeah.
Um,
A bit worried about the other cards in your hand. So I'm like,
okay, let me think about this. Okay, if I add this,
no worries.
and I do that, put that there, and then do the thing, or blah, and blah, and then turn that into blah. I can blah. But then do I want blah? For a level 4 Performa Pal monster. Not you. But do I want blah? I don't
That's the question.
have any other real options. So I will gather Skullcrobat Joker.
Sounds good.
I will activate Lizard Draw.
Add a Skullcrobat Joker. You can get something back. Yeah, that's fine. Lizard draw's fine.
Okay. Hmm. This is Infinity.
I'm really holding the Infinity.
Oh
I'm
my
really holding
God.
it. I'm just like,
Well, it's like you can stop the one thing during my turn, but then like during your turn, you can take.
I can suck up your monster. I can do a lot of good stuff.
I am going to. Pen summon.
You can't negate that with Infinity.
And then
Okay.
I will overlay.
Okay.
This is weird, but it's kind of my best play
Okay,
because you can't suck up a defense monster,
I can't. No,
and you
that's
can't
true.
beat over it with cyber. I will
That's true.
then use lizard draw effect.
I'm going to chain to the lizard draw effect a Wavering Eyes.
I will chain my own wavering eyes.
I
Negate.
will use Cyber Dragon Infinity on that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I was waiting for.
I
Waiting
have
for...
not once resolved wavering eyes.
Oh wait, this goes to extra deck. I was waiting for I was waiting for because I knew that I had Wavering Eyes to do what I want to do here. Do you want to chain anything to my Cyber Dragon Infinity or no? This would be before all the monsters get sent to
can I
extra deck.
chain Rafflesia for treacherous? I'm just looking at in the traps and target 2 cards.
I'm pretty sure you can. Yes.
Yeah.
Which is why I ask because
yeah. I will detach. I guess Master Pendulum makes sense because I could potentially get back a normal monster.
Yep. So at this point, this is also in my this guy's here.
Then I'll pop your 2.
Okay, so I still get to banish your Rafflesia with the Wavering Eyes, and I get to add a Pendulum monster from deck to hand. So I'll add a Skullcrabat Joker. Seems pretty good. And, yeah.
I haven't normal summoned yet, but I
You have
don't
not,
think
no.
there's anything I could really do in response to that.
Tough.
I mean, I dealt with Infinity. Like, both our fields went kaboom, so...
I think if you had done Treacherous Pop my Monkey board and my Infinity, then you could have... Because then I would have been able to banish, because I would only be popping 2 Pendulum monsters on field. I'd still get a search, and that would give me a way to get over the Rafflesia anyways, so... Doesn't matter too much, but I'm gonna go Joker here. Search out a monkey
Joker,
board.
man.
Yep.
Get monkey
board. Joker moment.
This is the big PePe play.
Monkey board into Lizard
Joker.
Draw, and then scale up Lizard Draw. Is there anything I can even summon here? I can't. So I guess there wasn't really a reason to do this, but I get a draw. That's something. So I will use the Lizard Draw.
Lizard Draw, okay.
To just draw, you know.
Sounds about right.
Oh, that's not.
So we're almost at the 10 likes, people. Just need 2 more. 2 more likes before we get 10.
That isn't bad actually. Now that I think about it, I don't hate that. Yeah, let's.
Hey, Julius, what's up? Yeah, it was bad, especially because of things like Wavering Eyes. Yeah, like it really revolves around Wavering Eyes, at least in like the mirror match. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, I'm going to banish the damage juggler from my graveyard.
Okay, like I will say, for anyone who hasn't played PePe, like I would recommend playing it just to like experience it. Like, say what you want about like the quality of the format, whether you think it's fun or bad or whatever, or like it is what it is. It's definitely worth experiencing.
Actually, wait, no, I'm not gonna get Trick Clown. I'm gonna get a hat trigger.
Yeah, I feel like we're both doing well. I mean, I've won 1 game, not a match, but 1 game. So.
I'm gonna scale up the Joker, which is kind of wild to do. Because now I'm
weird.
Locked into...
I mean, it's not that weird. I pendulum summoned my Joker last turn out of necessity.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna bring these out both in attack, and now I can special summon out the hat trigger with its own effect here.
Oh my god!
And now I can go for an overlay.
You can do a rank 4.
Yeah, I kind of just want to go Trapeze. No, I think it's better to actually go Rafflesia just to have it deal with whatever you have. So I'm just gonna attack him with everything for now.
Oh no.
I don't fear Gores. Gores ain't real.
Gores. What about maybe I have a Trag? Battle Fader?
Triace could be real, but then I still have Rafflesia to deal with it. And then yeah, main two. I'm gonna overlay these two into a Rafflesia.
And no traps and graves, so Treacherous is online or bottomless. So
It is indeed.
should you choose?
I'll pass back to you.
Ooh, ooh,
Is that a good one?
top deck. We haven't seen this card yet.
Uh-oh.
Whoop-bam!
Oh. Ooh.
Whoop-bam!
Yeah, that would work. So wait, let's
Baby
these
needs a
guys
new
go
pair
get
of
this for down.
shoes.
And this guy is dead. Damn. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. What's that last card in hand though?
I wish I could. I mean, I could play it, but what are the odds I die?
I mean, I'm bringing out.
Well, you can bring out, yeah.
Board and litter draw next turn. So that's 2,200. So
1 to 8. Skullbrat's an 8. He's so big. His scale is so big. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So 22. I wouldn't die from 2,200
if I don't have another monster.
if you don't have another monster.
Which is a possibility.
But then if I feel like I have to hold this card though, because if I play it, it's a monster. If I play the monster, I could, potentially protect myself, but then I would not have a follow-up play the next turn. And that would
But do you think you're going to get it next turn?
I have to roll the dice on that.
Okay, I will say I have a monster in hand. So.
Basically, like, I'm screwed or I'm screwed. Basically.
Yeah. I do have a Perform H Plush Fire.
Like, I could normal summon Lizard Draw, but, like, next turn you go to my...
Makes you feel better. I had Wavering Eyes anyways, so I could have searched out a monkey board and then for other plays.
I figured I was kind of bone regardless, but that's PePe.
Yep,
bone
that's PePe
regardless.
We didn't get the all-important game 3 on this one, but I don't really have time to play another
yeah.
now. So.
I mean, it was fun, though. Like, I mean...
these were great. I liked them a lot.
It's depressing and fun at the same time.
Yeah. But, it's nice as a format to dip back into. Like, that's the thing. At the time, it may have been miserable to play just against this repeatedly, but if you're playing this format, you probably want to experience it,
Like, yeah, like, they're so powerful. Like, it's not a deck I feel like I would want to go back and play. But it is absolutely fascinating playing a deck that's like so like in this bubble of like the meta is so consistent and powerful.
Yeah.
It's just like interesting to see like from like card design, just like what happened and like why it was the way it was. And just to get a better understanding of it, I think helps out a lot.
And it's cool just showing off pendulums and how broken they can be. Like I'm glad that this deck got a chance to shine. And I think people should give it a try if they've never played it before because it's fun to experience the tier 0 decks and see why they're so good.
Absolutely. Are you guys playing with the mistranslated Pendulum Sorcerer? That only search if the card's destroyed. Yes, we are playing via the format, so that includes the Pendulum Sorcerer stuff, Plush Fire stuff, everything that was specifically in that. November 2015 through February 2016 PePe Performer Pal format period, whatever you want to call it. Full power PePe. So yeah, we were playing with like of the time.
It's the authentic experience,
Yeah, and we were playing with the first place deck from Atlanta, YCS Atlanta.
Yes.
February 2016. Mirror match. So.
Was the one who played it. It was Jose Langunes Maitret. Sorry for butchering that name, but yeah, they were the one that played it and managed to win.
Yeah, very, very, very scary deck, but it's things are strong.
Oh yeah.
So you got anything coming up? Want to share before we sign off?
Not really anything like too special. Just continuing my Cover to Perfect Circle format. Love that format a lot. So Yeah, it should be good.
You want to cover Nurse Burn? I saw you play that in your against your
I
big city.
Yeah, I'll cover it at some point. I don't have the highest hopes for Nurse Burn because Nurse Burn is just a very fragile deck overall. But it'll be fun to just show it off and showing off a new strategy that you can build. So like I've got like 5 to 6 more decks that I want to show off in the format. So that should take me to
Oh
the end of the
snap!
month.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't done Glad yet?
No, I have done Glad.
You have done Glad? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Six Sams.
Gotta check it out. That one was good. 6 Sams is definitely gonna happen.
All right.
I'm excited for 6 Sams. There's some cool new tech that the deck gets, so I want to try it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 6 Sams. There's a cool banish deck that I'm gonna do with Necroface. I want to show off Cloudians, even though I don't think Cloudians will be good at all. But it'll just be fun to like make a deck for them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there might be a couple others sprinkled in there, but
That's exciting.
big ones.
Looking forward to that as a big PC fan myself. As for my own stuff, got a video come out on the 26th. It's a side deck video. Currently up on my Patreon if you want to see it. Kind of a short video, but I've got to do those from time to time just so I can make the longer ones. And then that's basically it for right now. I might not stream tomorrow because I don't know what I would stream. I finished the thing I was like currently doing, so I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, that's gonna be it for us. Thank you all for joining in on this very interesting. We'll figure out a topic for in 2 weeks' time because this is an every other week podcast for those listening in and are unfamiliar with it. So if you have any suggestions, please feel free to drop in the comments below. And until see you next time, have a nice day and duel on.